Hello everybody, welcome back. Miner Mountain here. We are playing some Pixel Dungeon today, going after levels 22 to 24 in this one, Endgame Strategy. Let's get after it. Got some scrolls, doing good. Enchantment, identify, remove curse, magic mapping. Scroll and magic mapping is going to be very useful for these last few stages. That's a shop down there. Pixel Mart, I guess. There's like an imp or something in there that's the storekeeper. But I've actually been through here a few times, and I've had this store not spawn. It's just been just a walk-through level, rocket level, I guess you could call it. But I've actually had this store not spawn at all. So I'm gonna sell some stuff to him. I don't need money. I've got 2 scrolls of wipeout. I'm gonna use a scroll of wipeout on him to get everything I want. But here I got these dwarf tokens left over. He pays out pretty good for them. Look at that, 5,300. I think I ended up with almost like 5,600 here. That's a lot of gold. I'm not gonna need any of it, but hey, you know, what's the maximum amount of gold you've had in the game? Put it in the comments. I'd be curious to see if anyone's had more than like 5,600. That's a lot of gold. Too bad there isn't like a store at the end where you could buy skins or something. I don't know. That'd be cool. So yeah, we'll go ahead and use a scroll of wipeout on him, and then we'll just take what we want. So I'm going to be discussing, well, basically endgame strategy and the enemies that you're going to encounter. And my strategy basically for these last few levels leading up to the end boss, Yog Dawa, is I'm going to try to avoid all the enemies and run through the levels because I've got everything I need. And if you've been following my instructions, you should be ready to go. You should have everything you need. You should have a tier 5 weapon that's upgraded. You should have epic armor. I think I called it legendary in the last episode. Sorry about that. But the Ring of Haste, I got a Ring of Haste plus 5. That's going to be extremely useful for running through these enemies, getting away from them, running through these levels. And then the Ring of Shadows, of course, so I'm not detected. Okay, very few adventurers have ever descended this far. What's the furthest you've made it in this game? Put it in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe. Put in the comments what you want to see. If you're having trouble with a class or a certain level, a certain enemy, let me know. Let me know. I probably got a video on it. If not, I will make a video, because this series is about to be wrapped up. Scroll of magic mapping is going to be very useful for getting through these levels, getting around the enemies. Got a treasure room up here. Burn that out with the wand of firebolt. Food, nice. Two foods, very good. Food is a very it's one of the key factors in the game that's going to decide if you live or die. So having an abundance of food is a good thing. A lot of times I find myself just searching for food, and that's what decides if you live or die. And that's doesn't have much to do with the enemies, but hey, you find that food, hang on to it and use it properly. I've got videos on that as well. So we don't need a ring. Well, the ring accuracy would be nice, but I'm gonna do the Ring of Shadows and coupled with the Ring of Haste, so that will really help me avoid enemies, run from enemies, because these last few levels are they're gonna drain your resources. There's like scorpions, Scorpios they call them, and there's an acid Scorpio. Regular Scorpio is orange, and acidic Scorpio is green. They have 95 hit points. They have a really strong range attack, so running up on them and meleeing them at close range is what you're going to want to do. Uh, 1 in 8 chance of dropping a potion of healing, and I think the acidic Scorpio is a 7 in 48 chance of dropping mystery meat. So yeah, a little bit of food there, but I don't know if it's worth the fight. Alright, here we are in level 23. Once again, I'm going to use a scroll of magic mapping just so I can find the end and basically sprint through it. because that is my best strategy, my best advice. These levels just suck the resources right out of you, man. It's not worth it to fight everybody unless you need something, unless you don't have a weapon that's up to snuff. But if you don't have a weapon at this point, that's like if you only have a tier 4 weapon, you're probably not going to do too well. Okay, that's an Evil Eye. They have 100 hit points of damage and a 1 in 2 chance of dropping a Dewdrop, which isn't much, but there's something interesting about them. If you can get an enemy between you and them, they will shoot the enemy. They don't care who they shoot. So right there, that Evil Eye didn't see me because of my Ring of Shadows. He didn't detect me, and that's exactly why I'm wearing it. So once again, we're going to go for the torch, so I can see what's going on. These torches, yeah, in this last level, everything's dark, and you need these torches. They only last a few turns, but they're useful. Use them if you got them. There's a key there. I'm not even worried about it at this point. I'm going to hit up the Scroll of Magic mapping and find the end and just try to get out of here, because this is the last level before the end boss. I really don't want to burn up my resources. There's one more enemy we haven't encountered yet. We will here in just a second. There's skulls in the middle of that room. Skulls, like 3 skulls stacked on top of each other. That takes the place of a tombstone, but basically does the same thing. Alright, Scroll of Teleportation. Let's try it. See what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky. That wasn't lucky. So yeah, there's an Evil Eye there, but down to the south there, below me, there's a blue-haired character. That's a succubus. They have 80 hit points, 1 in 20 chance of dropping a Scroll of Lullaby, but they can curse you. They can give you a buff of affection, so you can't melee them. You can use a range attack on them while you have the buff, but you cannot melee them. So taking them out quickly is something you want to do. And they can teleport around too, which is very annoying. Let's go ahead and take him out. Nice. I really want those bombs. I don't know how many are there, but those bombs, it's a physical range attack, and that's actually going to be really good against Yogg. Yogg is immune to a lot of buffs. In fact, it's easier to discuss what he's not immune to, because fire, I think toxic gas, I'm not sure. We'll go over that in the next episode when I face him. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use another Scroll of Teleportation here, see if I can't get closer. I don't want to have to walk all the way around. I know I'll encounter something. And those long halls are horrible because most of these enemies that you're going to encounter have a range attack. Okay, there's another succubus, but I've got a Ring of Haste on +5, so I can run. And this Ring of Haste is actually going to be really good for the last boss as well. Alright, boom, we're out. Nice. That's all I got time for today, guys. Miner Mountain out. Peace!